The best moments when I won on the horse called Matador Man for Mr. Terry. He won 1,000,000 mile at Gravel.
That's right.
And I was just sitting in the jockey room. I wasn't riding in that race. And then Smunger hurt his toe or whatever, I don't know. And then
Welcome to another edition of, what do we call it?
I don't know.
Welcome to another edition of the weekly catch-up with Warren Lenferner, Andrew Harrison, and our
it's not
friendly
horses
guest.
to follow, because every time they follow our horses, they disappear.
They disappear into the sunset.
Sunset, yeah.
It's wonderful to have our guest in our outdoor magnificent studio, Eric Ngwane, jockey Eric Ngwane, in with us. How are you, Eric?
I'm good, thanks, Warren. Thanks for having me on the show.
Only a pleasure. Only a pleasure. Now, you've obviously known this bushy-haired man here for a long time, because all the apprentices, you're a jockey now, we know that, but you start off at Ashburton, and he's always there with no shoes on.
Yeah, I'm surprised today he's wearing slops.
This is the officer.
Yeah, he's all my life I've known him. He's just bare feet, and he never wears shoes even in winter. I'm surprised today, and the sun's out. But it's good to see you guys.
No, thank you. Thanks for being with us, and lovely to catch up with you and let the people know about you. Let's kick off by asking the question that we always ask. Rewind the clock all the way back. Where did it all start for you, racing? How did you find out about horse racing and being a jockey?
Well, if anybody knows that jockey, there was a jockey in Wentworth called Jose Bonzi.
Bonzi.
Yeah,
I think everybody knew Jose Bonzi.
We became friends, and that's how we got to know him. I went to Clearwood the once with him, and he just introduced me, showed me around Clearwood, and then I went to Mr. Puller. He said I'm small enough, I could be a jockey if I want to, so I wanted to do it, but I just didn't have the time. I was still in school at that time. My aunt wouldn't let me go ride horses rather than school, so I did school first. While I was in school, there was another apprentice at the academy called Calvin Noble. He got sent back home to grow a little bit. He was too small, so he came to my school, and then they came to check up on him at my school, and then they saw me.
They found you.
Yeah, they found me. They were like, "Oh, wouldn't you wanna see what's it about?" So I saw the pamphlet and I fell in love with it, and from then I never looked back. Yeah.
So that was basically the second bite, because the first bite was through Jose's,
Jose Bonds,
and then the second bite was when they came to your school. So it was almost like they chased him, and it was meant to be.
Yes.
And
you'd never been on a horse before?
No, never. My first time I sat on a horse was on Tutuzela. Mr. Puller tried to put me on Tutuzela.
Yeah. Puller's old favourite.
Yeah.
Old faithful.
So I firmly believe that things in life are meant to be. It's the fact that the first time you were taken by Jose, the second time they came to your school, it was almost they were chasing Eric because they knew that he had some talent. And talking of talent, Eric, I always say it, and I sometimes get into trouble. But
so don't say it then.
No, but I want to say it. Because it's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. Everybody in life goes through good times and bad times, and punters, as I said off air, I've been punting for 33 years and I still can't make a success, and your advice was?
Give it up.
Give it up. and owners battle to have winners, and trainers fall into traps and they can't have winners in places, and it's just jockeys too. You go through. You've ridden 2 winners recently, and 2 good winners coming back from your lean spell.
Yes.
You happy to call it that, your lean spell?
Yes, it was a bit of a dry spell. Yes. Call it that.
And what do you put it down to? Do you just put it down to... First question is, did you change anything in that lean spell? Your riding style, anything to do with riding, did you change anything?
No, I didn't change anything. It's just, I think I ran out of luck. Joking. But, as an apprentice, I was one of the top guys.
Yes.
I was champion apprentice 2 years in a row. I've won big races in FE as an apprentice, and it just happens that you have to go through that time. I think when even Anton went through some dry spell. Like
Yeah, no, he did.
he
yeah.
rode,
Every-
he ran. Well, he was running second like every week. I think he
Yeah.
10 meetings without a winner for Anton was a big thing, but he did go through that. And
Right.
so for me, I'm still learning. So and I'm getting to understand what it's all about. And when I go through those dry patches, you just have to keep trying and keep trying.
Yep.
And
But Eric, it's quite difficult when you come out of your time as an apprentice, and,
Yes.
and then you sort of chucked out into the big wide world, and then you're going
Yes,
to find
yeah.
your own way.
yes, you
So
just
you
have
gotta
to keep
put your head
working.
down and keep
Yeah.
working. Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
keep working like twice as hard.
Yeah.
Because I thought I worked hard as an apprentice, but until I was a jock, then you realize no, you have to work 10 times harder. And for me, work is never a problem. I'm always at work, and
Yeah.
I'm always willing to take horses for any trainer. So it will come, and I believe that I can ride.
Just hang in there.
And
You
it will
can
come.
ride. I know you
Yeah.
can ride.
Well,
So-
as I said, let's stop you both there. And it's interesting that you say that because the stats are there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you look at a horse. You look at, you look at, they say a horse may lose its form, but it never loses its ability.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
and you
You
know,
like me.
you're in form, chloroform.
I'm in form, chloroform. Yeah.
So you're quite right. So you have proven, yes, you say you're still learning. Everybody's learning. I interviewed Goth Puller the other day. We're going to talk about Goth in a moment. Do you know that he turned 70?
Yeah.
I was shocked. 70. Candice read it
Doesn't
to me
look
the
like
other
it,
day.
eh?
He said 70th birthday. I said, they've made a mistake. It must be a 60th.
And
70, I couldn't believe it.
And he still bullies
yeah,
Humby.
yeah.
And oh no, that's all right. But just going back to yeah, so you're right because you know how to ride. You've proven that you've ridden winners, and you've still got to learn a lot. You've still got to progress, that's fine. But the point we're making is that you've done it before, so there's no reason why you can't do it again.
Yes.
Well,
no,
Eric,
welcome
when you were at the academy, you and Tristan Godden went to
England.
England.
Tell us about that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
well remembered. Well remembered. What's his
was
name again?
George.
Georgia. That was very nice. It was a nice experience. We went there. Well, myself and Tristan, we were the first apprentices to do that the interchange course. So we went there for a month. It was very cold, I must say. We went there on a learning course. So they wanted to see how the South African Jockey Academy operates. So we went there with Mr. Bailey and Mrs. Bailey, and we did a lot of training there. We did beep test stuff that we did at the academy. And when we got there and we did those things that we did here at the academy, the kids from that side, I couldn't believe it because the beep test, they thought we
You
mad.
killed
We
them,
just said we killed them. Yeah, I think there was 4 countries. Germany was there, France was there, Italy, and obviously England. The English kids were there. But when we did the gymming stuff, we came out tops, everything, myself and Tristan. So it was a good experience, and the people there were lovely, and it was just a good experience.
You say that was a new market in England.
Yes, it was a new market, very cool. Remember the one morning, myself and Tristan, we woke up, and we had to ride bikes to work. So when we woke up, we went outside, our bikes were frozen. So, so yeah, we had to phone them to come fetch us. We didn't have transport to work. Yeah.
Eric, you and talking of Tristan, you and Tristan have been through the academy together. I know that you were housemates. I'm not sure if you still are, but the two of you have a good relationship, a good friendship, but most importantly, you both share a phenomenal sense of humour. And in fact, you're probably the 2 best pranksters we know.
No, myself and Tristan are very close. We like brothers, and whenever we do stuff, whenever he wants to do something, obviously I have to be there. Otherwise, he won't enjoy it. When I'm doing something, Tristan has to be there. So everybody that's watching has to, enjoy whatever's happening there. Even when you go to parties and stuff, Tristan has.
I wouldn't like to go to a party with Tristan.
No, he's actually he's a good partner to jewel with. He's very good.
Well, it's like I always said, when, and they'll probably shoot me for it, but I thought to myself that one day I would hate to go to a party with the Smith and Howells cousins, because the two of them in their day, not anymore, in their day, I must make it very clear, in their day, could party. And we ended up in Port Elizabeth one day, and I ended up at a party with Duncan Howells and Gavin Smith. Those boys know how to have a good time. Good, clean fun. So, I can imagine Tristan must know how to have a good, clean fun too.
He knows. He knows. And when we're together, we trouble. But, we're very good mates. And I'm grateful to have a friend like that. And it's just we're still good mates till today. So
Are you guys still housemates? Do you
no,
still-
no,
you-
no.
you-
We had to grow out of that. No.
Now, Eric, tell me about a very, very special man, and a man who plays a role in a lot of people's lives, and who's an asset to racing, and he deserves all the praise and what he gets. He's just turned 70. He's a man called Goth Puller, who's been quite instrumental in your career and in your day-to-day life.
Yes, no. Mr. Puller's a very good man. I've been with him all my riding career. I've been with him, and he's taught me a lot. When I go through dry spells, as I said on Monday when I had a winner for him, and he's always there to pick me up. If I'm not riding well, he'll tell me how to ride and stuff. Like, he just tells me to relax, find a nice position with the horse and stuff. And you need somebody like Mr. Puller to encourage you and teach you through racing. He knows, he's been through it all, and I listen to him very carefully, and I respect him, and I'm very grateful to be under his wing.
You need someone to sort of build your confidence when you sort of
he's a very good man.
But
And
you've also got to be prepared to,
yes,
and you are, I know you are, you've got to be prepared to take the criticism and the
Yes,
feedback, or else you're never going to learn.
yeah,
You know, if the best podcasters in the world phone us up or contact to one and say, you guys have got a great show, but rather do A, B, and C. You know, we're not going to say, well, bugger you, we're not going to do A, B, and C,
Yes,
because
yes,
you
no,
must
you're
be
right.
willing to learn, willing to grow, and willing to better yourself. And
yes.
I know that, look, our dog, come here, always visits us, but doesn't pay us much attention. Comes to see if we've got the bacon and the
No
sausages,
sausages.
and goes. So you've got to be able to take that, and I think I've often heard if a guy has run second in the second box, and I'm standing there preparing to do the interview, and Goth's talking to the apprentice, and he's saying, do this, and you should have done that, and blah blah. He doesn't get cross. Maybe he does
No,
the track,
no.
or but he never seems to lose his cool either.
No, he never. Obviously, sometimes anybody does lose their cool, but if you're willing to work with him, he's gonna help you
Yeah.
any day. Mr. Puller helps anybody any day. Like, you
Yeah.
can ask whoever. Mr. Puller he's just a good man. He's a good man, and I think a lot of apprentices go through him. And
Yes.
if,
And get the advice. And
yeah. No, he's a good man.
Eric, you spent time in Mauritius, didn't you?
Yes.
How did that go?
I think
Tough.
we came there, and
Yeah, that's right. We were there. Correct.
We were there, yeah, the
I
one
think
day.
we were. Well, we came on a 2-week holiday. You were obviously there for longer than
2-week holiday?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
You in Mauritius?
that. If I
Yeah.
could move to Mauritius tomorrow, I would.
Oh,
Beautiful,
yeah.
most beautiful place in the
We'll
world.
have to reduce your salary a little bit.
It's not my salary I'm going on.
Yeah,
Somebody
no.
else's I know very well.
It's a
Tell us
very-
about Mauritius.
a very nice island that
But the racing's, sorry to interrupt you, the racing's tough and competitive there.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
not an inch given.
yeah, no, not there. It's very tough there. And if in Mauritius you have to go again, if you're a rider, you have to go. The first time is like the learning experience. I went there. I thought maybe okay. I walked the tracks. I said, oh, okay, it's similar to gravel. It's not going to be much of a difference. My first ride ran fifth, and then my second ride won. So I was like, okay, I've got this. And as time went by, things got a little bit
Good.
tough, and
Harder and harder.
you know the Mauritians
Yeah.
are how they are. If you're not winning every week, you're no good. So if you can win yesterday and today, you no, you must go home. But it was very nice, and I worked with a bunch of good guys.
So it's a good learning curve.
Yes, it was a very good learning curve for me, and I'd go back there any day if I got a chance again. But it's very good.
You know, talking about the racing there, and I'm not going to mention anyone's names, but I want to share the story. A particular trainer on the one day, on that, I've been twice on holiday. Don't reduce my wages. I've been twice. I'm looking to go the third time. As soon as those borders are open, I'm gone. But a particular trainer, I went to the ring 3 times. They had 3 winners. They went down. They were happy, enjoying. The next race, they ran a short-haired second. Well, it wasn't. It was like they had.
Like someone died.
Yeah.
Correct. And I remember saying, well, goodness gracious me, 3 winners and a short-haired second is not bad. No, it must be 4 winners. So it is tough. They
It's
demand a
very
lot, and
dynamic,
that's fine.
yeah.
They want the best, and they want to achieve, and that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But sometimes it gets quite hot there. It gets quite heated.
Yes.
You
no,
know,
they-
and it's
Yeah, I think there's big money there too.
well, that's it. You know,
they pay for you, so you have to produce.
Correct.
So if you don't
Yes, they're
produce,
paying
you're
for
no
your
good, yeah.
services. Correct,
Yeah.
and they're entitled to that. You know,
Yeah.
they're paying for your services and they want the best. But you can't. You know, if you've got 6 runners on the meeting, you can't have 8 winners.
Yes.
I don't know.
They expect that there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't know.
I still remember there was can't remember, it was Jackie Gorton, one of those old trainers. They were one of the jocks, and he got instructions and all that, and he came back and he got beat. And he said to the owner said to him, "Yeah, why? You know, you got beaten." He said, "Yeah, unfortunately, I had to bring the horse with me." He said,
I also when Doug Campbell told me when we were at his farm the other day, he was telling us stories about Kevin Shea. And obviously consistency, you know, the stamps want to see horses that are run consistently, or if they... Anyway, his horse had won, and then it would run last, and then it won, and it would run last, won, and it would run last. Stamps called Kevin in and said, "Kevin Shea, what's going on here? I mean, this is ridiculous. A horse is running first, then last, first, then last." No, he said, "Call Mr. Campbell, let's discuss this." So called it, remember... Kevin Shea stood up in the meeting. He said, "How more consistent do you want the horse to be? First, last, first, last, first, last." It's very consistent. And that's just typical Kevin Shea. But, okay, let's talk about your family. Let's talk about, are you happy we finished with Mauritius? We can move on. You spoke about Mauritius.
yeah, it's a
okay.
boring place. Huh?
No, it's not a boring place. It's a glorious place. Tell us about your family. Where are they? How are they? Who are they?
Yeah, I've got 4 brothers.
Okay.
Well, there's 4 of us as brothers. I don't have sisters or anything. It's just 4 of us, and I've got many cousins that we live together in Wentworth. Our parents are still in Wentworth.
Okay.
My aunt and my uncle. Unfortunately, my parents they passed away when I was 7, and
sure.
so my aunt took us in, and
Okay.
we're here today.
Yeah.
And nobody blames anybody for it's just life. It's how things you have to adapt to life wherever it takes you. So I'm here today, and I'm grateful because I'm one of the most fortunate one in the family, and whenever I can, I look after my family, and it's very good. And
It's
Eric,
tougher. It's a tough
It is
life.
tough. Life is tough. Nobody said it was for the weak or the faint-hearted. But I know some people don't like to talk about it, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But you've got, because some of the guys that say, "Oh, you mustn't talk about the chicks, and you mustn't talk about your wife," and
Yeah,
all this.
yeah.
But you've got a very good partner, a girlfriend who you've
Yeah.
been with for a long time. Tell us about her.
no, she's a very good partner. Obviously, people fight, but we've been living together now for almost 3 years, and we're going good. And she works for Lausanne. She's happy with her work, and we're just carrying on with life, and
Yes.
we'll see where it takes us. And
Okay,
hopefully one day we get married, but we love each other very much. And
that's the most important
That's-
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't ask for marriage advice from this man, because
Yeah.
you're not allowed to talk. Because I told you the last time. Don't say another
Okay.
word.
Yeah,
Until we
you
leave
threw me
the-
under the bus last time. Nice.
Did I? Did
Nice.
Did your wife listen to the podcast? Did she
Luckily
give you
not.
gears? Okay, let's talk about how many winners you've ridden in your career so far, including your whole career. How many winners now are you on?
I'm on 113 now.
Sure. Okay, that's very
Yeah.
good. Do you have at the top of your head, and if you don't want to answer it, you don't have to. Let's ask you about one of your worst. Is that a word? Worst.
Worst,
No.
no.
Okay. One of your worst
Worst.
moments. Worst. Tell us about one of your worst moments in racing and one of your best moments in racing.
Oh, the worst ones, I try to forget it when it
Okay.
happens. As at the moment, I try and forget it and
Yes.
move on. But the best moments, when I won on the horse called Matador Man for Mr. Cherry. He won 1,000,000 mile at Gravel.
That's right.
And I was just sitting in the jockey room. I wasn't riding in that race. And then Smunger hurt his toe or whatever, I don't know. And then they asked me if I wanted to ride the horse. So I was like, yeah, please. I'm sitting on a bench, and there was a whole lot of other jocks in the jockey room that could have picked, but my name came up first, and I was like, jeez, I was excited.
Yeah.
And when I rode that horse, when I hit the 600, Mr. Cherry said I mustn't even think about him. I just pull him out and go at the 600. Gee, at the
That's a
600,
long way out.
yes, a
Yeah.
long way out. At the 600, I pulled him out. I just sat on him, and he took me to the line. Because I remember Mr. House's horse I beat. Sorry, Mr. House. I beat his horse JP was on it. Yeah.
What was it called now, man? I remember the race.
Yeah.
Not, you know
Not
who it might
yours.
have been? Legend.
No, not
Not
Legend. It was a
Legend.
filly.
Oh yes, Dawn Calling. No.
No,
No, not Dawn Calling. Might have been Dawn Calling.
no, that.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
Irrespective.
matter. Yeah. Anyway, I got to the 300. That horse was like 2 lengths clear of like all of us, the field. But that horse took off with me, and jeez, like the crowd was screaming. I remember Gravel was full. The crowd was screaming like the horse was listening to them. He just went, and she won that race. That was just such a feeling. It was really amazing, and
Yeah.
till
That-
today I can still.
Yeah.
It's almost like you were right. You
Yes,
can feel it.
yes,
that
yeah,
same.
yeah.
Yeah, Matador Man, he was a bit of a gravel specialist though.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was, and one of and another good moments I could say was when I had 4 winners at Gravel, and I was going for 5, and I got beat by a good man, Alec Forbes, and still today I still remember that day till today as well, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, she's Alec Forbes. Yeah, I remember. I mean, that was also a tragedy. Sure, I tell you. Anyway, let's not talk about tragedies and negative things. Okay,
Yeah,
Eric, we're going to quickly. Andrew and I are just going to talk about 1 or 2 horses here. We're going to talk about your rides. You've got 2 rides for Sunday,
yeah.
and we're going to touch on them in a moment. So just sit back, relax for a moment. We're doing something different today, friends. We are giving
Yeah,
you.
we're not going to mislead you like we usually do.
Stop it. We don't do that at all. What we're going to do is we're going to give you our double for the day, our suggested double. But obviously everybody punts differently. If you want to have, you can ignore them if you like. But you know, maybe you want to put a few rand on each.
You can always put a line through them.
Oh, you can put a line through them. You can do what you like. But 2 suggested horses for a double, and then we're going to discuss the 2 feature races. So the first leg of the double is in race number
4.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, race 4, number 12, Indo Marvel. Now, Indo Marvel, you do a lot of work for Goth Puller. Do you know this horse?
Yes, I know. She's quite a nice filly, and she's
Okay.
improving now.
Should run well.
Yeah, she should run well. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we like Indo Marvel, and Eric knows this one. So let's respect Goth Puller's horse. They're banging form. And then the other one comes up. Tell us, Andrew.
Mr. Gonzalez.
That's in race.
I don't know. That's about
that's,
7 or 8, somewhere around there.
Let's have a look. Yes, race 8, number 7, Mr. Gonzalez. 1, 2 in a row. And this is Peter Muscat's horse. So, you know, I mean, just say,
Yeah,
2 winners
well.
in a row. Nice horse.
Yes.
Yeah,
and the
well,
form's there,
Jabu
yeah.
told us
Yeah.
that. Didn't we have Jabu on the show?
Yeah, he said nice
Yeah,
horse.
nice
Yeah,
horse,
yeah. And he
yeah.
also told us that day, remember. What's that noise?
It's an African cuckoo.
Okay. Yes, he did. And he
Yeah.
also told us to watch out for Baby Shoes. Baby Shoes will do
Yeah,
better. And Baby
yeah.
Shoes ran a cracker that day,
Yeah.
ran 3rd. Okay, so that's our suggested double. Indo Marvel and Mr. Gonzalez. But now we'd like to talk quickly about the 2 feature races that come up on Sunday at Hollywood Bets Gravel. The 6th race is the KRA East Coast Cup, a listed event. Bit of a competitive field. Lady of Steel, Keep on Dancing, Wendy Whitehead's horse ran an absolute cracker. Scented Mistress behind She's a Keeper, Rattle Mouse, Silver Magic. There's quite a few in with chances.
Yeah, I think it's one of these races where you need to you need to go as wide as you can. I know a lot of people have fancy Lady of Steel as the one.
She
right
can run
one,
it, but she got close to Summer Pudding, hey?
Yeah.
She got close to Summer
Summer
Pudding. She's got pole position,
That's good
Gavin
form, but she's
Arena.
got 61.5 on it.
There's a lot of weight to carry around for 2,000 metres. You bumped into Gareth Van Zyl at the Summerfeld Clubhouse this morning. What did he say about She's a Keeper, the horse that beat Scented Mistress?
No, he was I don't know, he's understandably cautious, but he said that she has come on nicely. She's under the radar as far as the handicapper goes, and he's just hoping for a big run. He thinks, I think he was quietly confident actually.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. She's a lovely horse.
Yeah,
She's
she's a
Keeper.
lovely
Wow.
horse.
Okay. You got to give a first choice for the East Coast
I went
Cup.
for Scented Mistresses. I thought that was a good run behind.
She's a Keeper.
She's
yeah,
a keeper
yeah.
and got blinkers for the first time. If I'm
Okay.
not mistaken, yeah.
I'm in the camp of number 1, Lady of Steel. Yes, she's got a heavy weight, but
Vaughan's in good form.
certainly is. So 1 Lady of Steel and 7 Scented Mistress for the KRA East Coast Cup, a listed event for Andrew and I.
KRA, Korean Racing Association.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
7th race is the World Sports Betting 1900, a Group 2 event over 1900 metres. Now, interviewed Tony Rivlin this morning for the show. He was quite upbeat that Trisfell's going to run very well. You've spoken to Gareth about She's a Keeper. We've relayed that information. Who's your first choice?
Well, I don't think there isn't much choice. You have to go for Bulgarian. I mean, he's weighted to win the race. According to Mr. Snaith, he's 80% fit, but he's good enough to win at that level of fitness.
You don't think Crown Towers will give him a big run, and Double Mint, the stable companions?
I think Crown Towers is there to make the pace.
Okay.
Just to make the pace for he's obviously good enough to win it if they let him go. But you got Samunga Kamala riding Bulgarian, so I think it's probably fine. That's his July mount.
The more I talk to people about this horse, some
What
will say
horse?
I'm biased, and they can say what they like. They're entitled to, as long as they say it nicely. This horse, Trip to Africa. Look at it before you comment. 3 runs ago, second to Crown Towers. Okay, Crown Towers is in the race. Beat Tristful, won the King's Cup. 4th, 3 lengths to Rainbow Bridge. That's from here to the palm tree away.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's temperamental. I know he's by no means a good thing. He's one of the outsiders in the race. But I am having a place bet on Trip to Africa. I think he can place.
I spoke to Dunks this morning. I asked him. I said, will he stay? He said he doesn't know. This is the race will...
Goes
said-
well for the kid, though.
Yeah,
Very well for
he
Tapiza.
says if the horse stays, he'll be right there because he's really well.
I think so too.
And I'm hoping for Tubbs too.
Oh, Tubbs, yeah.
No, he's a good kid.
He's
good kid.
also too,
He's always in a coma, but he's okay.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know about in a coma. The thing is
He's
that
quite sharp.
look at that big mosquito. What happens is every human personality is judged differently, and it shouldn't be judged.
Yes.
Shouldn't be judged. Everyone's different. I told you I'm loud and boisterous. He might be a bit more quiet and shy, although there's some of the videos I've seen with him pranking people, he's not quiet and shy at all. But like Keegan, some people say Keegan de Miller, he's slapgat and all the rest of it. Keegan's just quiet, chilled.
Yeah,
A bongo
chill
off next
guy,
to him, he
yeah.
wouldn't move. He's not arrogant, he's just quiet. He's just a chilled person. Tabiso, I think he's also a little bit shy. Maybe when he's at a party or he's with his mates, he might liven up a bit. But he's at work, he's got a lovely rapport about him, and he's a good rider.
He gives you the
Yeah,
impression
yeah.
that he's fast asleep, but he's
He's
actually
not
quite
fast.
sharp.
No,
he's
he's
really
not,
sharp.
he's not.
Absolutely, yeah. And so that's interesting. So it would be nice. They won. It was Trip to Africa that gave him his first feature race.
First
wasn't
feature
it?
race
Yes.
one, yeah.
Okay, so you're going Bulgarian from who in the
From
feature?
She's a Keeper.
Okay, Bulgarian, She's a Keeper. Those are Andrew's 2. My 2 are Crown Towers and Trip to Africa. Obviously, healthy respect for She's a Keeper, but that's just a guideline because we've given you the double, Indo Marvel and Mr. Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Right.
I've got a telephone number and a bank account if you want to add to that. No problem.
You talk nonsense. Right, let's quickly talk about Eric's 2 rides. Now, you are riding on Sunday at Hollywood Bets Gravel a horse in the second race for the Lola Crawford team called Recollect. Now, you've had some success for that stable over
Yes,
the years, yeah.
Yes, and they're a small yard, but they try their best, and I'm fortunate enough to say that I've had winners for them. So it's they tried their best, and when they can get a horse ready, they can, and I just hope that Recollected is a nice horse as well, because I haven't sat on him, so
Okay.
we'll see how what's he about on Sunday.
We'll learn more about him on Sunday. But Al
Yeah.
McDom, well, we all know what Al McDom...
McDom.
my wife was giving me the statistics the other day. I was doing something. I needed some statistics on Al McDom. You cannot believe how good his statistics are.
Yeah, no, he's not a bad.
Look, I think he's only has got 3 or 4 runners.
He's a well-bred stallion, but he gets not the best of mares.
Yeah, I mean, look at Ishnana.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious me. Okay, so that's Recollect. Then you've got a long break between... sorry? What? In the ninth, I thought he said something. In the 9th race, you've
He
got...
grunted. Yeah.
In the 9th race, you've got
Deep Global.
Yeah, for Gareth Van Zyl.
Yeah, I rode him first time out, and he came from a long way back to run 6th, and he got beat 8 lengths, which was a very good run, I thought. And I think he'll run a good race on Sunday, and I've worked him, he's improved. And he had another race after that, he didn't really show much, but I think he's improved, and I'm hoping for a good run on Sunday.
Yeah, it's quite a tight race. That is, anything can win that. Eh?
Yes, yeah.
And
it's,
when Cole
Dickin.
Cole Dickin rode him last time, he was drawn wide.
Yeah, no, secret clearly rode him last time, I think.
You're looking at the right horse. You put your
I haven't got my
glasses
glasses on. man. I
Come on
just saw
now.
a C there.
Yeah.
There was Sele, yeah. Cecily Sele, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay, there was something else I wanted to ask you quickly before we wrapped. I always go blank. I'm getting old now. What's your name again, Mark? Philip? George? Eric, that's what I wanted to ask you. You're riding in the 2nd to the 9th. In the 2nd and the 9th, so there's a long gap in between. Obviously, you're there, so if you need to pick up a ride, you're available. But in general, what would you do now for races? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 races, which is over a couple of hours.
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you put your feet up, watch a movie? What do you do there in the jockey room?
Never sleep.
No, I watch races. I sit with the guys. We speak nonsense. So we just talk nonsense the whole day. But we just sit and laze around, wait for your time to come and
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Are you a natural lightweight?
Yes, I'm a natural lightweight.
What is your favorite food?
I like everything.
He's lucky he can eat everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so natural lightweight, you can eat, you enjoy anything.
Yeah,
good
I
for
enjoy
you.
anything. Yeah.
And seriously, you don't have to worry about it. You can eat 3 cheeseburgers and you've got no
yes,
worry.
and I'll still ride that day.
So how wonderful is that? Okay. I think that's it. What else can we add to that? Yeah. Well, we've got... it hasn't been that short, but a little shorter than normal, but we've got a lot to do today. We've got meetings, we've got race cards, we've got deadlines to meet.
That race card kills me.
But all that's left is to wish you well, and we'll be following you with great interest as we always do, and just keep up the momentum, keep up the positivity, keep up the good sense of humour, because that's what it's all about. And you've had 2 winners back since your dry spell. May the 2 turn into 222.
Yeah, thank you so much. No, I'm grateful to be here, guys. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
No, pleasure. And I know that the viewers love it. I mean, it's been tough, though, because, to get guests is not, everyone's schedule is so hectic, Andrew. Are you paying attention?
No. Okay, yeah.
Everyone's schedule is so hectic to try and get a guest every week. And thanks to Tawanda and to us, to get someone in, because I know that the viewers really enjoy it.
Well, the blokes are getting a bit keener now.
Absolutely.
They realise that we don't put them under pressure.
No, there's no pressure. Pressure's what you put in car tyres. From all of us here.
No, I haven't finished yet.
You haven't finished?
No.
Jeez, the hammer nearly came down.
I took a picture of the urinals here at Summerfeld. Better see them.
Yeah, okay.
I want to send them to Tawanda.
Let's have
I don't know, I think the bloke who put them in was actually taking the piss out of everybody.
Pardon the pun.
Why?
Pardon the pun.
What?
There's 3 of them there. The one's like normal level.
Yes.
The other ones, you either need a hose pipe or you have to be like bloody Jacob Zuma and have a spear.
Why are they all different in size?
Oh my word.
You
Okay,
have to stand on a box to get on.
I think the middle one is for jocks. I'd say that because it's like so low, yeah.
There we go.
And then-
The middle one's for jocks because
Then
it's so small and so low.
the last one, okay, obviously Warren the and you like the
No,
first
you need
one.
a hose pipe for the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk like that at the Bloodstock South Africa, at the Thoroughbred Breeders Association sales ground in Germiston. In their toilets, I must get, I think there's a picture on my phone somewhere. They've got the urinals, and there's one that's also very low, and it's called Skulky's Urinal, or Skulky's Corner, because, of course, Skulky van der Walt from...
Shorter. Yeah.
what's the name of that stud? His stud that just escapes, my name escapes me, but Skulky van der Walt is a short guy, so that's his urinal, little one. So, okay, so we'll have to talk to management and find out and see if they can, if they can't raise it, because then the jocks won't be able to go to the
Yeah,
loo.
well, they'll have to put like 2 boxes on each side.
We'll get to one to post up the pictures of the urinals. You made me stop the hammer because of that.
Oh, okay, we can give it up now. All right.
From all of us here at the Horses to Follow podcast, be safe, punt well, and remember, I've got something else to say. I've got to read it now before we bring the hammer down. Two pearls of wisdom for you. Can I quickly give you them the pearls of wisdom, Andrew? Can you answer the question? Can I?
Yes, you may.
Okay, the first part is, are you listening carefully?
I'm listening.
A customer, this is now, we're all customers at some stage. If you go into Spar to buy your groceries, you take your car to be washed, we're all customers. A customer is the most important visitor on our premises. He is not dependent on us. We are dependent on him. He is not an interruption in our work. He is the purpose of our work.
But you put that on Facebook.
Not everyone follows me on Facebook.
Okay.
He is not an outsider in our business. He is part of it. We are not doing him a favor by serving him. He is doing us a favor by giving us an opportunity to serve him. Do you agree? How great is that?
No, that's cool, yeah.
Okay, then the second one, if you just give me a moment here. Oh, I've got to find the second one. The second one is just my kind of saying. Okay, let me just cut that call. 1 second here. 1 second. What's your name again? Andrew.
Nodding off.
What's your name again?
Yeah, man.
Right, are you listening?
Why don't you follow yourself on there, yeah?
If speaking kindly to plants helps them glow. If speaking to plants helps them grow, not glow. If speaking kindly to plants helps them grow. Imagine what speaking kindly to humans can do. How's that?
Oh, you're
Good.
so profound. That's just cool.
We're going racing and
Okay,
we're going
man.
working. From all of us at the Horses to Follow podcast, be safe, be nice. That's the most important message we're trying to get across. We'll see you next week for another exciting show of Horses to Follow.